Hi, my name is Ryan Sattel, and I'm a musician, multi-instrumentalist, professionally trained audio engineer. Um, I'm from the foothills of Sacramento, just above Sacramento, California, and I've decided to start a page just to show off what I do. My studio, this is my own home studio, and it's small, modest, but gets the job done, and is a lot of fun. I've got some nice gear in here, and so what I'm going to be doing over the course of uh, these videos is just showing the gear I use, doing reviews on it, my experience with different gear I've used, show playing techniques. I'm primarily a guitar player, but I drum and play bass, and like I said, I'm engineer producer, and so yeah, that's really it. And I'll just be showing playing techniques, what are the techniques I use for different instruments, audio engineering techniques, um, and yeah, just the gear I like to use. So I'll show you around my studio. First thing is, here's my studio desk, my console, I guess you could say. Um, I'm not running the best speakers right now, but I got BX5As. Those are good, powered. I'm running this 8-channel interface, so I can do like a full drum kit and stuff. It's great. I love it. It's the Motu 896 MK3. Up to 192K. Usually just run it at 48, but thing's great. Phantom power, 20 dB pad. Really controllable. It sounds really good. Nice preamps. And then I've got the Glyph 500 gig. Thing's great. Bunch of warranties. Back all my stuff up to that. Little keyboard just for doing MIDI stuff. I'm not a big key player, but it's good for laying down backing tracks, and stuff like synth kind of stuff. Whatever you want to do. I run Contact and different Pro Tools plugins with that. And I've got like guitar rig and stuff like that. Running an iMac, 500 gig hard drive. Thing works pretty good. Got various mics, some ribbons, dynamic mics, a couple condensers, and my modest bass rig. Not much of a bass player, but I do have a little amp, and it works good. Little Line 6. I always run it on this Arlex little sub deal they got here. That's really good for keeping the bass tight and not rumbling through the floor and whatnot. So that thing works really good. I'm running all orange, pretty much here. Orange Dark Terror with a 112 cab. This thing's a beast for metal. I mean, it's just, you can't really get cleans out of it too well, but it's a beast. I think it's great. That's more my travel practice rig. My main rig is running the orange 412 cab. Celestions in it. They're not the greenback 30s. They're like the more metal ones. I forget what they're called, but they're sick. This thing weighs like 110 pounds. It's a beast. Matched with the orange Rockerverb 50. Not the MK2, it's the one, but the thing is insane for metal. Fuzzy, it's just great. I love it. 50 watts is perfect too. And then backup amps, a PV Valve King 100 watt. Thing's great too. All in this Rode case. And then my rack, I'm just running simple right now, just a rack drawer. Thing's good for all my stuff, running Sonic Max. Couldn't live without that thing. The thing's insane. It makes the amp sound 10 times better. Firm power conditioner, standard. And then pretty light effects setup. I don't use effects too much, but I got my tuner. This Korg Pitch Black. This thing's great. Rocktron Reaction Hush noise reduction pedal. That thing's great for gate. I use phase shifter, the PH3 every now and again. Boss makes good stuff. This thing's pretty cool. This MXR blue box. It's like this fuzz octave down effect. It's pretty cool. and then a Rocktron short timer delay. It's pretty cool, and you know, the foot switch for the orange. So that's my guitar rig, and then different guitars I'm running. Running a Schecter Diamond Series Hellraiser Special 8-string. This thing's a beast. Older like custom Jackson Professional. This thing's a sick 6-string. Main guitar I use for metals is 7 strings, Agile. This thing's cool. It's a fan fret multi-scale, 27 to like 28 and a half, almost 29-inch scale. So that's great for detuning. And then Fender Telecaster American Standard. This thing's great. One of the nicest guitars I've ever played. And I swapped out the bridge pickup with a Seymour Duncan. What was it? It was a Seymour Duncan. I think it was like a little 59er or something like that. Let me see. I've got the pickup here. Yeah, a little 59er. Thing's great for high gain. But that's my rig. Here's my my drum section. This thing's got some money invested in it. Even though I'm just kind of more of a part-time drummer, but I have fun. I'm running a Pearl Session Studio kit. It's birch and Kapur shells. I think they're 7-ply, and it sounds really good because it's like birch and maple. So you got the nice strong attack, but you also have the warm lows. So it's great for recording. And right now I'm running a 10-inch rack, 14 and 16 floor. I have a 12-inch rack, but I don't really use that a whole lot. And 22-inch by 18-inch kick. The snare is really awesome. Like I said, brass. They do this patina process for the finish that makes it come out really cool. Pork Pie, great company. You know, it's got the tube lugs and whatnot. Really nice throw off. Comes with great snares. Like I said, I threw the Evans HD dry on top. Great. Keep a moon gel. If you want to open it up, get that more, you know, Red Hot Chili Peppers kind of sound. You know, it's good to take the moon gel off. Get that more kind of ring out of it. I gave it tuned, you know, kind of medium, not too low, but not too tight. It's good for the deep shell, but it's a 13-inch. But this thing just pops. I mean, metal, anything, it just pops. The Axis pedals, I mean, these things, I would recommend these to anybody. These things are sick. Whether you're playing, you know, jazz or the most extreme death metal or hip-hop, whatever, these are great pedals. Once you know, get the tension where you want them for power or speed, whatever. They're just light, you know, they're easy to clean because of the brushed aluminum surface. You know, this kind of pain, you have to wear socks or shoes, otherwise you'll cut your feet on these. But, you know, some of them now have it where it's not, you know, inlaid like this. But it's good for shooting stuff for grip. But yeah, I love these things. They're super smooth. I mean, easy to work on. Everything's beefy and strong. They're great. You can break them down if you get a second bass drum pedal, which I may do eventually. And just switch the beater over here, take the linkage off, and there you go. You know, you got 2 bass drum pedals, or you can go back to a double like this. So yeah, Axis, great company. And there's a reason, you know, many of the top guys, especially in metal, use them. Speed Cobra, like I said, Tama, can't go wrong with them. This thing's great. Same as like the Axis, just well built, light, aluminum. Good grip on the brushed aluminum, and nice longboard. Like I said, I got, you know, size 13 feet, so fits well on this, and I like heel toe. So, you know, just great adjustments, sturdy, double leg so it doesn't get in the way of your pedal, and you know, just nice. I love these hot rod sticks too. These things are great for practicing. And, you know, like if you want to practice quieter without using pads. And they've got a cool rebound too. They're good for just practicing technique. Transfers over well to just a regular stick. So I like these guys a lot. And as far as my sticks, main sticks I've on now, which I like, they got a little extra length, is the Neil Peart Signature Pro Marks. They're oak. Oak just has a great solid sound. It's tough. I mean, these sticks last me like 3 times longer than a hickory stick. They're just beasts. And you can get a smaller diameter, but still keep the weight of a larger stick, which is nice. And as far as cymbals, I've got a pretty nice cymbal set up here. A little much, but like my hats I'm using, I like kind of smaller cymbals sometimes just for that crisp. I guess in the studio, since I'm more of a studio drummer, doing recording and stuff, that smaller drums and cymbals and stuff kind of have that brighter sound. I think they transfer better on recordings. So anyways, I used the Meinl Byzance 13-inch dark hats. I mean, these things are great. They're just trashy, but also really smooth. Just one of the most musical sounding cymbal sets I've ever heard, the Byzance. So just really nice, real quick, and got a nice chick to them. Nice body sound if you strike them over the side like that, and then nice trashy sound on the edges. And then running 2 splashes here, Paiste 20 10-inch splash. Thing's thick with the raw bell here. Real nice. And then I'm running a 9-inch Zildjian K custom hybrid splash. Thing's just shiny and kind of thin, but it sounds real. Just it's kind of like between a splash and a crash. It's pretty cool. And then running 1 China at right now. Zildjian 16-inch Oriental China. Thing's great trashy. Kind of got a warbly sound, which took me a little time to get used to, but I appreciate it now. Thing's just nice, tough. Not too thick, not too thin, just kind of right there, nice medium. As far as a ride, I'm using Byzance 20-inch dark raw bell ride. Thing's great, nice and poppy, nice musical. It's like it's good for jazz, but you can still use it as like a metal cymbal because it's still pingy and dry enough, being dark. And then I use a Sabian Alu bell. Thing's pretty cool. I don't use it much, but it does have a really cool feature I'm going to show you here in a second. But I mean, it's pretty cool. It's good for accents if you're playing metal stuff too. Then as far as crashes, I do use 3 crashes. For this one's thick, even though it's a thin crash. The Paiste Rude 18-inch thing is great for riding on because it's really thick, and you can even, you can just crash this thing so much, and you can also use it like a ride because it's real pingy and thick and got a nice thick bell. And then over here I use a Sabian HHX Evolution 16-inch, pretty thin and nice, really high-end warm sound. Thing's great. It mixes well with this guy too, the Sabian Vault 16-inch. This guy's a little thicker, so it's a little lower, but that thing sounds great. A little thing I like to do, it kind of keeps, a bunch of dudes practicing and get sweaty and stuff. Helps keep it, a little fresh in here and decorative. As I hang, I got a little tree car freshener, collection going on here. You got a little Armor All one right there. But eventually I'd like to have lots of these things hanging off. I think so far I'm up to like 5. That's not bad. Cotton Candy. What's that one? That's a strawberry, black ice, what have you. So, yeah. That's really it. Tuning. I used to tune by ear. Wasn't that great at it. So now the way I tune, I'll never go back. I've had buddies who have like drum dials and stuff. But what I use is this bad boy. Bam. The TuneBot. This thing is sick. You just turn it on, put it on the rim between any 2 lugs, and it actually comes with instructions that tell you like suggested tuning ranges. But and I like to use those. Actually, they sound pretty good. You can tune your drums to really like a musical scale, which is nice if you're playing in certain keys or whatever your band plays in most. Or just so it just sounds good between toms. But but it'll show you a reading. I like to tune in hertz. You can also tune in, you know, notes and stuff, but I'll get into this and drum tuning at a later date. So, I told you at the beginning of this that I was going to show you a cool feature of my 7-inch Sabian Alu bell. And like I said, I don't play it much, but I do occasionally. It's cool, but I found a really good feature for it. Have you ever been hungry while you're playing live or something, and you know, you just wish that you had somebody feeding you there or something close at hand? Well, I figured that out. Kind of a gummy, you know, a gummy freak. I'm digging these guys, these Coke bottles. Haribo. So I figured out a cool use for this, and it kind of helps dampen the ring too. It's a little candy tray, so while you're eating, you know, you're just going, you're just bop, 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 bop. Oh, need a snack. Bop, 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 bop. Tired, need another snack. Bop, 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 bop. Works pretty good.